Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I rise to support the 25th report of the County Budget and Appropriation Committee on the Mandera County Program-Based Budget Estimate for the financial year 2026-2027. Madam Speaker, from the onset, I must appreciate and applaud the committee for bringing out this report. And exceptionally, Madam Speaker, I must commend the chair for his extraordinary work, Honorable Speaker. Why? Because the distinguished member representing Elwah North is always, provides always a good leadership for this House, Madam Speaker. There's a reason why I say so, Speaker, because I think the House should have to applaud this gentleman for the work that he does always. Madam Speaker, looking at perusing through the budget estimate, I highlight a few issues. The first issue that we look as legislatures is perusing through whether it comply with the legal provision provided in the law. Madam Speaker, if you look at different articles, sections of the County Government Act, as well as other statutory requirements, the budget estimate has really fulfilled exceptionally well. And this budget document is intriguing, Madam Speaker, because it captures really the interests of the people of Mandera County at large. And as it is representative, Madam Speaker, we are really happy with it. But if it is fully implemented the way it is, Madam Speaker, this budget document is really wonderful. Madam Speaker, perusing through the document, I will highlight some of the issues. For example, if I go to the budget and looking at the department, different department concerned, looking at the Department of Education, Madam Speaker, the fundamental basis and what is known for this administration is the Elimu kwa Wote Initiative. The same Elimu kwa Wote Initiative was allocated 450 million on the education sector, the Speaker, which is highly welcome. But Madam Speaker, looking at the devolution aspect of it, you look at the ECD tech sector and the TVET. While we exceptionally always support the secondary schools across Mandera County, we must also not forget the devolved part of education, which touches on ECD and TVET, Madam Speaker. You look at the ECD sector in terms of infrastructural development, it's really low, and we understand this. We attribute, the budget is competing, and when we pay the school fees for our children, there are also other obligations that we need to put into consideration. But the ECD, on part of staffing, in terms of the infrastructure development, their classroom and what is needed, the administration to also be keen in as much as we support the school program. We need to also be mindful about the young learners, the ECD young learners. Secondly, Madam Speaker, I will come to the health. On health, Madam Speaker, I must appreciate this administration for always looking and considering into the in saving the lives of our people. Madam Speaker, I must witness, and I must say, and I must commend this administration for the input in health sector. Madam Speaker, where I represent, Akaba Ward, We have Takaba Referral Hospital. Madam Speaker, you see it in the media that the hospital now is really, in terms of operations and in terms of service delivery, is a top-notch, Madam Speaker, because we push always for the essential things that is needed. And they have really provided. Madam Speaker, when I gave in, there's no X-ray machines, other machines that used to test the vital organs. All have been provided now, Madam Speaker. And if you look at the hospital itself in terms of management, we really appreciate, and the people of Takaba are really happy with this administration. One, for changing the management and giving the management to a young doctor by the name Dr. Mohammed Hassan, who is a medical superintendent there. Madam Speaker, I must recognize and appreciate his effort for turning that hospital into a good service delivery for our people. And that is the courtesy of this administration, Madam Speaker, alongside Dr. Aneko, I must say, because, Madam Speaker, the people at home really feels the service that the hospital is giving since he took over as the medical superintendent. So Madam Speaker, I must also commend other hospital staff, and also we have also the gynecologist by the name Dr. Mariam Hassan. They also, and also all other staff, and they really, and also the hospital boards and everything, Madam Speaker. The hospital is really running smoothly. I must do that. However, Madam Speaker, when, as I appreciate, there are other essential services that Takaba Referral Hospital lacks, and we must push for more. And as the voice of the people of Takaba, Madam Speaker, the hospital lacks the modern administration block and the administration. And since it is a referral hospital, it lacks also perimeter wall, Madam Speaker. And this is the budget. Since this is the budget, it is now a decisive moment for them to consider this. And also, the hospital lacks also is short of the ICU beds, and also they also need a laparoscopic tower, Madam Speaker. So, in terms of the service delivery, we are happy as the people of Takaba, but we are demanding more from this administration, and they really appreciate it. Madam Speaker, looking at the Department of Land have around a budget of 1 billion shillings, and which is an increment from the last year budget. Madam Speaker, the Department of Land mostly, if you look at the land, it's a devolved function, but mostly they deal with the area of municipality, especially Elwak and the area of Mandera County. Madam Speaker, since now the budget is now big, we urge the administration to also go down, and especially the town of Takaba stature deserve proper survey, land surveys, and also a good proper planning, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, as I conclude, looking at the other department, I also look at the Trade Department too. The Department of Trade also has its budget been increased from the previous allocation, and this is a boost, economic empowerment for our women and youth. Speaker, there are several group SMEs that are really awaiting this administration to boost them economically so that they will help themselves, because this is the government that they look into. Madam Speaker, finally, as I conclude, there is looking at the water department, Madam Speaker, I see there is a decrease from the previous budget, decrease allocation from 2.4 to 1.8 billion budget. And I know some factors I must commend for the first time that we have a budget that have the emergency fund, which is 301 million Kenyan shilling, which is a very good, tremendous work done by the Treasury this time around because they are alert. Madam Speaker, we have passed a very severe drought, and we have seen and we have felt how our people really have suffered for that. But we thank Almighty Allah with His bounty. He has blessed us with rain, and at least we are really blessed. Madam Speaker, on water department, there are issues, there are key initiatives or drive that the budget is being allocated to. They have like almost 1.5 billion for development. Madam Speaker, key among initiatives is upgrading of the rural water supply, and also the water master plans. Madam Speaker, I must call the attention of this administration as the water chair of this county assembly. Madam Speaker, on May 2023, barely 8 months in office, this administration, through His Excellency the Governor, have launched a Takaba Water Master Plan, and that plan was launched on May 2023. And the people of Takaba are really asking questions. And as their representative and their voice here, Madam Speaker, I must echo their concerns and feel the concern they are feeling. Because since 2023, since that master plan was launched, and on 2024 November, around table water donation, there are several donors came, and I remember African Development Bank took over the initiative of 1.7 billion Kenyan shilling, of which still nothing is being done about it. And we really want the goodwill of the government to push in, because that project, the first phase of what Kakaba Water Master Plan, it covers different areas, not only Takaba South, Laksure, Madam Speaker. So the government should have to and ensure speedy implementation of that water master plan, Madam Speaker. The money is there. There is a donor that has promised, and they have really taken. It's only to need the county, the will of the county to inject. And several times I have visited the office, and they are telling me they will do more and more. But, Madam Speaker, nothing has been done yet. And the hard question, and I must assure this administration, if the Kaba Water Master Plan has been done, and the people of Takaba is water sufficient, this administration will be guaranteed, and nothing will going to stop them. Because the only problem that we have, majorly, is the issue of water, Madam Speaker, and the second term of this administration is guaranteed, and they must speed up that, Honorable Speaker. And I must say, Madam Speaker, I support this report as a whole, and I submit. Thank you.